Many of you will have seen me blow up yet again. And when I played on my own yesterday, just to try and relax, I blew up even worse. And so I've spent some time trying to figure out what's going on with me. What on earth is making me so angry with Football Manager? As a psychologist, I should have been able to work it out quickly, but I took some time and then it dawned on me. It's just projection of anger that belongs somewhere else. And as a content creator, having seen what is going on, I guess I have a responsibility to bring it to people's attention, regardless of what happens as a result. And the time has come for me to use my platform in a subtle way, perhaps, to try and explain what is making me angry. It is nothing to do with Football Manager. To try and explain what's going on, I want you to imagine sitting on a mountain. Opposite you is another mountain, and in between the two mountains is a railway track. Just around a very sharp bend between the two mountains is a tunnel. Unfortunately, that tunnel is just 75 meters away from the bend. And even more unfortunately, there has been a really heavy landslide, and the tunnel entrance is full of rocks. As you glance over, you notice a train with 40 carriages carrying thousands of people hurtling towards the bend and towards the blocked off mountain that is completely blocked with thousands of tons of rock. You can see this train hurtling at 300 miles an hour down these railway tracks. And you can see what is about to happen. The driver of the train is unaware that the tunnel entrance is blocked. So only you can see what is about to happen. Hikers have passed by and you've drawn their attention to it, and they've just passed by saying nothing to do with me. Or they will simply say, I haven't seen anything, and then refuse to look. But one of the things that you will notice when this train is hurtling down the track is that if you are witnessing such a catastrophe, everything seems to slow down. The world seems to go in slow motion. And so this train rumbles on and on and on, almost not moving at all. The world has almost stopped spinning. And it gets to the point where you can hardly bear to watch anymore. There is no internet connection. You are totally powerless. And when the train ultimately reaches its end, all you get are lies. The news reports lie, one lie after another, to the extent that the people cannot understand why the train was even on the tracks. And that powerless feeling is what's making me angry. And that powerless feeling that I sometimes feel in Football Manager, that lack of being able to control the destiny of the train, as it were, is what causes my explosions. The train for me at this moment in time is the world. And the passengers on that train are the people of the world. People like you and me. Your children, our grandchildren, everybody is on that train. And I'm powerless to stop where it's going. The world is in chaos, and I have been saying for many years that it has been heading towards its final destination. And I am very angry with the world. I'm angry with the few who've spoken up because they have not done enough. They have not stopped the train. I'm angry with those who walk away and with those who say it's got nothing to do with me. I think I am most angry with myself for not using my platform to speak out about the things that are happening in the world today. And one of the biggest problems that people have is everything is looked at as an isolated incident. All the things that happen in different places in the world, people see as isolated incidents. They are not isolated incidents. They are all linked in one big chain. They are the carriages of the train, all linked together, heading towards the tunnel. I'm so angry that we have been unable to prevent this train from stopping. I do feel that there's time, and if people shout loud enough, the driver might hear in time and apply the brakes. I am very angry with the leaders of the world, with the lies I get, one lie after another, to the point where they cannot remember the story, the narrative that they've told, and the lies become more and more absurd, and they get found out time after time after time. It is time for them to stop this train before it hits the tunnel. Where does that leave me in terms of Football Manager? Well, I don't want to be angry. And at times in Football Manager, I do feel out of control. And if you can see my hands, I'm wringing my hands as we speak. Sometimes even in that game, I feel like I'm totally out of control. And that feeling of being out of control and unable to stop the train is just being projected onto Football Manager. I did think I would take a rest. I did think at one point yesterday it might just be a good thing if I quit YouTube. But that is just running away. And I don't want to run away. And I've said many, many times on this channel before, I've never been a quitter. But I'm not going to run away either from my responsibility to do whatever I can to stop the train. So I'm going to leave it there. But I am not going to run away. I'm not going to hide. And whatever the consequences are, because once you see it, you cannot then not speak about it. Now, I know this is not a video that you were expecting, guys, but it's important for me to explain why I've been so angry with Football Manager at the moment. It is not Football Manager. It is anger at the world. And it is also frustration at my own government and the way that they treat the poor and the vulnerable in this country. But I'm going to leave it there now. I'm going to come back and I'm going to continue with Ipswich tomorrow. If this has frightened all of you away, then I apologize, and I have to accept that that's what it's done. But there are things wrong in the world, and it is my duty, my responsibility as someone who has a small platform, to try and shout about it, to try and stop the train. And that's it for now. I'll see some of you tomorrow, hopefully.